Welcome back. I'm sorry for the interruption, but we had to disconnect on our Wi-Fi system. But I'm back, and as I was talking about, that we all have to have faith and trust. And I guess I'll do some recapping if this is new to any of you guys. As I was talking at first in the video, is that I had a plumbing problem. My toilet decided to have a lot of BS. And if any of you know what that is, we all have to. And being a homeowner, we all know the difficulty sometimes we have as homeowners. And in the home I live, the floor is blowing, and it's having its challenges. And my boyfriend is having some health challenges this next coming week. And I know for myself, I have my own, and it just, there's been a lot of things stacking up and having to take some different directions with the business, and having to possibly having to move out of the house for temporarily. But I will take you with me wherever I go, because I take you wherever I go, because I feel like you guys are important to me. Even if we had an interruption, I try to get back on just as soon as possible. And I'm here back alive again with you guys. And we've got fans and other things going in the other room for the plumbing issue. And come Monday, they're going to tear the bathroom apart, and I may have to move out of my home for a little bit. And my doggie has to move into her own little place. But with all that said, we all have life's challenges that come throw our way, and sometimes we have more than our share in life. But it's how we react to them, our spirit, or how we view things. It's extremely important. We can look at our spirit in many different ways. A lot of us could get anxious, depressed, suicidal, all sorts of things in how we feel. And our spirit is greatly affected. And we need to have an uplifting spirit, because when we have an uplifting spirit, we can get a lot more done, even the most difficult of times. And that's a wonderful thing that we can do that. And I hope I didn't lose a lot of you guys, because I think it's extremely important subject that we talk about when we declutter allows us to free our spirit. To me, that's an important thing, because I think, being able to declutter, allowing us to free our spirit for us is such important, because our spirit is such an important component of us, whether we be of a nature-based religion, or Christian, or Buddhist, or Krishna, or Mormon, or Baptist, or Lutheran, or one of any of the other major religions. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I would think we all would want to get along and get together and move in all the same direction, and have love and compassion and kindness and heart and peace and tranquility and hope and love in our hearts for each other, because to me, that is such a beautiful thing. You know, the thing is, I think things, well, for most of us, don't have to be so difficult, because as a society, I think sometimes we do make things really difficult for each other when we don't have to. That when we have spirit, spirit doesn't have to mean necessarily religion. Spirit can mean, what we believe in, as far as a free spirit of being able to make our own choices and being able to do what we want as a people, or whether you be a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. I know, at least here in our country, it doesn't seem to matter that much, but there are still a lot of differences between men and women, or other, as I would like to describe it. And that's still a point of contention in our country. And as far in a lot of contention in other countries, and even other countries, it's to the point that I don't want to even mention that particular thing. But my point of contention is that we're all equal to me is because we're all fellow human beings, and that we all need spirit, because spirit is what drives us. It gives us hope. It gives us peace. It gives us such a sense of being. It brings us into the present moment. Our present moment is so important. Having our present moment allows us to be who we are in the moment, because being in the moment allows you to realize that it is a very precious gift. Life is. Life is such a precious gift. There's a thing I always like to say, do the next right thing. Because when you're in the moment, you learn to do the next right thing, because where things are at right now in my life, that's all I can do in my business, to you guys, to anything going on, is do the next right thing and be in my day. In fact, we thought our day, me and my partner thought was going to be ruined, that we have been planning for a couple of weeks. We get to go on tomorrow because we thought we are going to have a bunch of people over here because of the water problem. But they're not going to be. We get to take our trip. I'm going, yay! And that's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. And I'm happy about it. And I was looking forward to it because it's a place he hasn't been to in 40 plus years. And for me, being able to get out of the house, I know in my journal today, I feel like I've been cooped up for a while, and getting out even last night for a breath of fresh air was great, because life itself is about different experiences and different choices and different hopes and dreams. And I'm going to be having so much more of those coming up, because I've had some great things happen in my life here recently. But then I also like to talk to you about trust and faith. We all have to have trust and faith in each other. Having trust in ourselves is important too, trusting that we can do the next right thing, and knowing that we can trust ourselves to do that, because trust in ourselves is really important. Trusting is like a little child, learning to ride a bike. Having that trust that whoever who's helping that child ride a bike will be there to hold the bike steady a little bit and then see them off. The child may fall a little bit, but that child had that trust to be able to go out and ride that bike. And then it has training wheels, but then it gets rid of the training wheels and is able to move forward. And that kind of trust is really important to have. And I don't see that happening in our society nowadays. And it would be a wonderful thing that we could have that kind of trust, because having that kind of trust promotes community, and community is a wonderful thing. And another thing I'd like to say is that having faith, when we have faith in ourselves, and faith in who we are, and faith in community, and faith in our country, and faith that things will go well, then things go well. Our whole economics is driven by how the country feels about itself. And we should even think about that, because, having faith and trust that things will go well actually makes the country go that direction. A lot of people don't even think about that particular point. When the Great Depression was like that, that's how people were thinking. They were depressed, anxious, fearful, all sorts of things, because that's how they felt. So everybody else started feeling the same way. And so everything went that direction. So it's something for people to think about, that trust and faith, not just in yourselves, but in the whole country, and how we can do things. And then is saying yes to life and embracing life. To me, that means having courage and love, because when we can embrace life, we are realizing that life itself is really important. Life itself is learning to know how to learn to handle your physical space, being able to organize and realize that you can do it. And life itself also means that by embracing life, that you can trust yourself, you can have hopes and dreams, and have courage and love to be able to do so. And embracing life is such a wonderful thing. And saying yes to life allows you to move beyond wherever you're at in life. I know for myself that I work on that each and every day. All these things I talk about, I work on each and every day, just like you guys, because I'm just like you. I'm no different. I'm not perfect. Each and every day I learn, and I learn sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, but I will always be learning. Life is a continuous learning process, and for all of us, if we don't learn, then we get stagnant, like stagnant water, and stagnant water is not good water to drink. But if we keep learning, that we have that water that we can always drink of, and realize that by learning and learning new things, we can combine those with old things and make new things out of learning new things. And that's a wonderful thing. And maybe with that kind of knowledge and thinking and belief and faith and being able to have your present moment and saying yes to life, you'll be able to make change for yourself, but not just yourself, but others too. And that's a wonderful thing. And with that, I'd like to wish you a great Declares Delight for life, and have peace, tranquility, love, and compassion. And let there be hope and light in your light. And sorry for the interruption, but our Wi-Fi went down. But and I'll keep you posted on our plumbing problem and where things are at. But life itself can be a challenge, and can be a challenge for anybody, whether on your Facebook or not. But you got to keep moving forward each and every day. And with that, have a great Declares Delight for life. Blessings to you all.